Rookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
Nearing episode 300. Very, very close.
Wow.
Thanks to you guys for downloading and subscribing. Info on our podcast is at patandjt.com or it's Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can always text us, call us even, 402-403-9478, and leave us a voicemail.
Please do.
Enjoy.
Please do. So, as you know, I'm that other JT on Twitter because Jill Thomas is taken, and that may soon be fixed.
Twitter got back to you finally?
No, they surely didn't. Not even close. And I have several times added them. Twitter support, Twitter, because there's an account out there with my name, and she doesn't use it. I'm assuming it's a girl, but she doesn't use it.
Chances are it is.
Has like 7 followers, and some of them are people that follow me because they
think it's you.
They were tweeting at her, also trying to help. Because over the years, I've complained about this. I said, just want to get her to, just release this. And I've written to Twitter, and I'm like, it's there. It's not being used. Do something so we can get this, because maybe she forgot the password, and it's just sitting there lingering in limbo, and I can't get a hold of it. Well, as we speak, this is December 2019. Twitter is getting ready to get rid of inactive accounts.
That's great news.
This came out. The announcement was made a little while back, and there was a little bit of an uproar because some people were worried about accounts that belong to people who had passed away, and I understand that because there are a couple people that sadly that I followed that had passed away. One of them I did not know. One I did know, and their accounts are still there. And one of them, his daughters, every once in a while tweet, something, and they always say, this is so-and-so here, I just had a memory about something that their dad used to do or whatever.
Which is cool. If it's not inactive, if they're active on it, they shouldn't
active.
Delete it.
But then there were others that they're worried about, like in memoriam, that somebody has one and they passed away, and they said they've always had this inactive account policy, but they just haven't enforced it consistently. And they've heard about the impact of the accounts of the deceased, and that was a big miss, they said, on their part. They aren't going to deactivate those. They will not be removing any inactive accounts until they create a new way for people to memorialize accounts. So they gave people an opportunity, and what the opportunity was is you need to log in. That's all you got to do. You don't even have to post anything.
It's pretty easy.
You just need to log in. So if your account, or somebody who has an account or whatever the case may be, and you don't want it to go away, just log in.
Some people never post anything. They're just on there to get the news and just follow people.
They follow some people, and they don't do anything else. So logging in is all it'll take for them to leave your account alone. So I'm hoping that whoever Jill Thomas is,
watch her just stagger on, find her password one time, log in one time. You won't be able to get it.
And then she's safe and all. So I'm going to keep my eye out. I'll be testing it to see if I can get a hold of it. But
and then some other Jill Thomas snags it.
Oh, I will.
Like in the dark of night, they release it, and
even start.
Other Jill Thomas right there to get it.
Don't even start. So anyway, let's see here. What else is going on in the news? I saw a story the other day too. This is the Queen's going to be retiring in the next 18 months. She's 93.
What does she retire? She just,
what
does she do? Like,
she has official duties. She's tapered things back a little bit, not as active as she used to be. Doesn't make appearances like she used to. And of course, Charles is just like,
right,
mother.
Every day
mother.
She's sitting there having her tea in the kitchen. Walks up behind her, Mom, mother.
That's terrible.
Every day, yes, Charles.
And so with this little fiasco going on with Andrew, they said that Charles has kind of stepped up as a, quote, shadow king, taking responsibility, grabbing the reins, so to speak, and being very decisive because Andrew, of course, was implicated with the Epstein thing. And now Andrew's basically been exiled. I think he's moving to another country. I think they took all his official duties away.
He's lucky that's all that's happening to him. And it's probably
at
not
point.
At this point, right? At this point.
Because there is still an opportunity, from what I understand, for the FBI is interested, obviously, in talking to him. And the royal family, there is speculation that it could be requested that he does take the interview because it is the right thing to do. But there is also, you never know, he may just disappear into obscurity and just disappear into the shadows. But apparently Charles, and I'm not a big royal buff, but this is a little more real to me than the fairy tale wedding in the carriage.
Yeah.
But he has been a critic of how extended the royal family's presence had become. It was like the daughter of the Duke, the uncle of this, and you had, all these other people. And he wanted to really, just like kind of cut the ranks a little bit. So
when you're the second, third, fourth cousin and you're presenting yourself, you're hosting club parties as
Countessa
Yes.
something or other or whatever. And so he's been a bigger fan of smaller, more cohesive unit that they can control.
Right. That's 100% what it is. They can control the actions of whoever.
The representative family members. So the look is right now, they say that there may be actually a King Charles, because there have been years when he was, messing around in the 90s and the whole Camilla thing and that whole debacle happened, and that he might just get skipped.
Andrew said, "Here, hold my beer.
Right?
Watch what I'm going to do."
Nobody even knows who Camilla is anymore.
Right.
Like, Camilla's a sweetheart, right?
Right.
Because look at Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
I can't even. And I feel sorry for his family, too, because he has the two daughters and Fergie. Remember Fergie? She was a scandal.
Yeah, she was she was like the crazy wild horse of the family. Different, yeah.
And everybody was mad that Princess Di was hanging out with Fergie and thought that she should just put a little distance in there because Fergie's bad news. Oh, that was not your problem child. That was
no, you need to keep a GPS on Andrew.
Oh my gosh. So that whole deal, it looks like she's starting to put things into play that over the next year and a half. So say by 2021, we may have a King Charles.
Man, he never thought that would happen.
Chuck, man, he's been waiting.
Oh,
he's been waiting.
So he has, really. I know.
Mother.
Poor guy. Mother, let's go playeth javelin in the front yard, mother. Mother, let's go ride horseback ride.
And they did that not that long ago. They went horseback riding. Just in and of itself is kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
93, that's something else. So anywho, so there was that story floating around. And then another one I'm going to skip that one right now. There's a story out there about Josh Brolin that just blew my mind. I know, you think who?
Like what?
Yeah, you won't forget him once I tell you this story, but we'll save that for another episode.
Okay, sounds good.
Right now, what I found was a really fun story, and they were talking about, how everybody, and even us, we did this with Rocket when he was doing his videos when he came back, and he's done he's got his podcast going, and he would ask everybody on a little video a bunch of questions, and one of them is, what's your least favorite word? What word do you hate?
And what's his name inside the actor's studio? He asked that least favorite word, favorite cuss word. Yeah.
So they put together a list, and it's called "What is the best word?" The best word that you can think of that you love to say.
The one that just feels good when you say it. The meaning is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of that, and he put together brackets. This could be fun to make into a Twitter poll. I'm not kidding you. He has them. He's got them all lined up here. Let's just grab real quick here. We'll grab that apparently they had a list of the reader suggestions because he's a writer. Reader suggestions for best word in this bracket. Kerfuffle. Aphrodisiac.
That's a good. Kerfuffle seems like it's something they're trying too hard to be a cool word. Aphrodisiac's a cool word.
Copacetic. Indubitably.
That again, cartoon word, trying too hard.
Nozzle.
Nozzle's a great word.
And lackadaisical.
It's a good word.
Nozzle ended up going up against indubitably, and then indubitably ended up going against kerfuffle, and kerfuffle won it.
See, it doesn't make any sense. Those are like words that are in cartoons, and they're just not words that you'd that's not the best word. A word that you could use in your nozzle's a great word.
And there's some that are obvious, like hornswaggle is a great word that you can throw in there. So let's go through a couple of these brackets here real quick. We'll grab best word ever, the A bracket. Abhor, apt, ample, apropos, akimbo. And akimbo ended up winning the whole bracket. Beat out abhor. And it's spelled Akimbo.
Akimbo, right?
Got it.
Akimbo.
Akimbo.
Okay. Akimbo.
What's that mean?
It means with hands on the hips and elbows turned outward. Yes. So it's the you're in trouble. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Akimbo.
Akimbo. When you want to pull in akimbo.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's go to the P bracket. We're going to come up with phlegm. is the 1 seed.
Phlegm's a good word, but it's gross.
It is what it is, literally.
Yeah.
Phlegm. Blech. Panacea, phalanx.
I don't know what that is.
P-H-A.
P-H-A-N.
No, P-H-A-L-A-N-X.
A-N-X.
Phalanx.
What is that, Pat?
Phalanx. Body of troops or police officers standing or moving in close formation.
Very good.
Very nice.
Posthaste.
I love Posthaste. Posthaste is awesome.
I like the next ones. Posthaste, pantaloon, and palooka. Those are all good ones.
Those are. Furthermore is another. Is furthermore one word?
Yes.
Okay. I love that word.
What's this? Pilfer, peon, P-E-O-N.
Pilfer. I love pilfer.
Pilfer.
Peon.
Pilfer.
P.
Yeah, and pilfer didn't win its bracket.
What is peon?
Peon, P-E-O-N.
Oh, I thought it was. Never mind.
Peon.
Peon. Peon.
Peon.
Peon. Peon.
Spanish American day laborer or unskilled farm worker. See, I thought it was peon.
Well, because I think that's the Americanized version. I'm going to say it is.
Peon.
Because again, it says an unskilled worker, like somebody that they look down on.
Right. Like when I was a bat boy, I was a peon.
You were a peon.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Peon.
Yeah.
You're a peon. No, not
Peon.
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 Poppycock.
It's a good word. And
That's
it's
a great
delicious.
word. 3 seed. Poppycock is persnickety.
See, these are all old words. These are like Joe Biden words for on the side of his bus.
Picadillo. Perpetuity.
And perpetuity is a great. I love. You want to
That's
sound
illegal.
like you want to sound like an instant attorney. You just use the word in perpetuity.
In perpetuity.
Furthermore,
in perpetuity.
I don't know anything else, but I'm just telling you what. You guys come in here again with this
Peon.
furthermore in perpetuity.
Furthermore, in perpetuity, peon. Poppycock on that argument. Poppycock didn't go very far. So it ended up with phlegm up against this word that I chose not to say because I couldn't figure out how to say it. So I'm going to try it. Phantasmagoria, P-H-A-N-T.
P-H-A-N-T.
A-S.
A-S.
M-A-G-O-R-I-A.
Phantasmagoria.
It's a sequence of real or imaginary images like those seen in a dream.
Phlegm beat it.
Well,
Phlegm beat
because nobody knows
that.
what this is. Phlegm. Everybody knows what phlegm is.
And nobody likes it.
Phlegm, and it's all about it's not about the meaning. It's about the word. The word phlegm. It's just.
It's the feeling of saying that word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more bracket. We'll go to Z's.
Okay.
Zeppelin, zither. I don't know what that means.
Zither is an instrument. Okay, so I have to put meaning.
Zither.
Okay, wait. It actually is just a musical instrument.
Oh.
Considered, it's a flat sound box with numerous strings stretched across it, aka a guitar.
I was going to say guitar. Was that what it was called before it was guitar?
I don't know. No, this thing doesn't look like a guitar.
Like in the court? With
This looks like something that if I'd played this in high school, I'd have gotten beat up.
Zither.
Go get your zither, Pat.
Right.
Zither.
Zaftig. Z-A-F-T-I-G.
Zoftig.
Zoftig.
It describes a woman having a full, rounded figure or plump.
Zoftig.
I'm feeling very zoftig today. You said
Zoftig.
see that zoftig
So
chick at the
instead
bar?
of saying I feel full as a tick, I can say I'm feeling
zoftig.
Zoftig
Yeah.
today. Zoftig. Zoftig beat Zenith and Zeppelin. Then next one is Zit against Zonk.
Zonk's a good word.
Zit and Zonk. Zit won that one. Zephir against Zydeco, and Zephir won that. Ended up overall Zephir won the Z's. So this was fun. I was like,
That is fun.
I like that kind
Makes
of
you start
list.
thinking about your favorite, not favorite word, the best word.
word.
Best word.
What
Yeah.
your bracket would be for the best word. That'd be kind of fun. Diphthong. I don't know what else is under the D's. He doesn't have all of them up here. What's a diphthong? Do we look that up?
Yeah, not yet, but I will. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with something in the English language, like in English or in poetry.
Diphthong.
Diphthong.
Diphthong, a sound formed by the combination of two vowels in a single syllable.
Oh, it's a grammar thing.
In which the sound begins, blah blah blah.
Diphthong.
Is that a diphthong?
I'm reading it right now along with you. I saw right where you lost interest.
With this, you see that? You saw that happen.
Right where he was like, holy crap, I'm done.
I mean,
I'm
you know
out.
Diphthong.
Screw that.
It is a sound representing a diphthong. Representing the sound of a diphthong or a single vowel. So it's like 2 letters.
Like what?
Like feet, F-E-A-T. It's what E?
Okay.
E, right? Eat would be another one. A-E, I think. E-A-T. I don't know. Anyway,
That's what a diphthong is.
that's how class would have gone with Pat if you were taking 7th grade English with him.
Blah, blah, blah. Pat, read the definition of a diphthong. It's when you put two blah, blah, blah.
Wah, 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 wah.
What it is, I'm telling you, man. What it is.
I love it.
Text us 402-439-478. The best word for you. We'd like to hear it at Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.